Shakti Yog. We're sitting here today with Dr. Naveen, who's going to explain to us a little bit about Ayurveda.
Namaste everyone. My name is Dr. Naveen. I'm an Ayurveda doctor. I would like to talk about Ayurveda. Ayurveda is an ancient Vedic system of holistic medicine which talks about attaining positive health for body and the mind. And it uses the principles of herbal medicines, purification procedures, certain preventive measures, and various lifestyle management changes so that we can cultivate good habits and be overall healthy.
Okay, and you put a lot of emphasis on holistic. So, what makes it? Yeah, could you explain a little bit more about it?
The term holistic means that whenever we talk about our body, we talk about the whole of the body, not just the physical aspect of the body. So body is a healthy connection of body, mind and soul together. So whenever we were talking about the health or disease, we consider whole of the body. So that's our concept.
Okay.
Yes.
And how does that relate to yoga?
See, yoga and Ayurveda sometimes feel like interconnected, and some people might get confused about these two ancient philosophies because they think they both came out of ancient holy scriptures and they both have principles mentioned in the Vedas and Upanishads, and they think that both have the same purpose of achieving health, longevity and rejuvenation. So what's the real connection or what's the difference between them? I would like to clarify that from philosophical perspective, these two are quite same, but on practical grounds there are many differences. Like yoga is about self-realization and self-liberation, is a Vedic way of life, and to achieve this goal, yoga employs a multifold sadhana. It has 8 limbs of yoga, namely yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan and samadhi. So the ultimate objective of yoga is to reach to the stage of samadhi, where we are no longer driven by our thoughts or our feelings, and we are ultimately connected to the supreme consciousness or the supreme soul. So for all these purposes, to adapt the lifestyle of all these steps, all these limbs of yoga, we need to have first of all a healthy body, because a healthy body is like a tool, a medium, or it's like a vehicle which we will utilize to reach to the destination of samadhi. So this healthy body we can have through Ayurveda by applying Ayurveda principles. That's why it's very important to adapt Ayurveda in your life if you want to adapt yoga as your lifestyle. So in this manner, these are connected, totally connected.
Yeah. And you said that there are some differences on a practical level.
Yep.
Could you explain a bit more on the similarities and differences on a philosophical level?
See, there is one more point. Like we need Ayurveda to follow yoga. In similar manner, we need yoga if we want to apply the principles of Ayurveda. For example, we want to be healthy, we want to promote our health, and we want to do rejuvenation, longevity. For that, we need to be aware of our body, and that awareness comes from yoga. When we do asana, pranayama, meditation, then we become aware of our body. Whatever is going wrong in our body, we get alert signals from our body, and we can perceive those signals when we are aware of our body. We have the higher level of consciousness. So then we can apply Ayurveda principles. So we also need yoga. So the difference is sometimes people think these two things are same. I can do one thing, then it will be everything. We have to do both things. Ultimately, I want to say, in order to succeed in the spiritual path, we need to integrate these two philosophies together, along with the modern science, which is, many people think, the only science in the universe. But I would say there are other sciences which is okay, we do not have sufficient evidence, but these are all sciences. We need to integrate all these sciences to attain health and spiritual upliftment of all the mankind.
And now you mentioned modern science.
Yes. Yeah.
Coming from a more Western background where there's a lot of emphasis on science and especially evidence-based science, do you think that there is a way to connect those two different worlds, or do you think that they're inherently different?
Yes. See, science talks about the facts which it perceives through the five senses. According to science, anything which we can feel with using our five senses, that is fact. Otherwise, anything else is fake or it's unscientific. That's what they say. But I would say there are many things actually which are beyond this definition of science, which we accept in our day-to-day life. The way we feel connected with our family, with our friends, love, emotions, hatred, and the air we breathe, and negative energy we sometimes feel, the positive energy. So these all things are sometimes beyond the definition of classical science. But these are the way we live here. This is a way of living for all the humankind. So if we want to live happily, we have to understand that there is a science beyond science. And in fact, many researchers are putting emphasis on this science beyond science, and they call it epiphysics or epigenetics or episcience. And that is actually an integration of modern science and ancient philosophy. And this is the need of the hour, according to me, if you really want to have overall upliftment of all the humanity.
Okay. So before we get too scientific, how would you advise someone who's completely new to Ayurveda to approach the topic? Because for me, at least like me personally, like it can seem a bit overwhelming, and I don't know where to begin, and I don't really know sort of which aspects to start with and how to continue.
First of all, the science, what we call, or the scientific procedures, scientific principles, they are very limited, I would say. As I said, they are limited to your senses, and they are also limited to experiments and hypothesis. Hypothesis, if I can explain, is just like you went to a river and you have a fish net. You want to catch the fishes. So you will catch the fishes only of that size. That depends on the size of the holes in your net. So it depends on your net that what kind of fishes you are going to catch in the sea. So this is how science works. But actually philosophy is that entire ocean or entire river is yours. Even the microorganisms in the river or any sort of life, that is a part of you, that is a part of nature. And you can be with them with open mind and open body. So that's we call philosophy, which is beyond science. We do not have limitations. If you're talking about a person who has a skeptical mind or who wants to know about Ayurveda but he is very scientific, then I can tell then using science we have a lot of sufferings, because on the spiritual level, on emotional level, we all are suffering because we are only thinking about the scientific, because we are only thinking about the scientific way out for all these problems. But we have felt sometimes some positive energy from friendly people, we can have positive health, and that helps. And in certain level, there are many diseases which scientific people consider idiopathic, or they say they have no etiology or they have no treatments because they do not understand those diseases on scientific level. But these are very well mentioned and explained in ancient philosophies of Ayurveda, and their etiology is very well explained in Ayurveda. So we can understand those diseases and we can treat those diseases through Ayurveda and yoga. It's possible.
And say I'm your typical Westerner and I have decided to open my mind and like embrace Ayurveda in my everyday life. How can I go about that in very practical terms? So say, what can I do?
On a very basic practical terms, you can start by feeling your breathing, the way you breathe. This is the very basic exercise. If you want to just step into the philosophy of yoga and Ayurveda, first calm your mind, close your eyes and feel your breath. What is going in and what is coming in, what is going out. Then you will feel there is certain connection between your inner body and outer body. And that connection is the fundamental basis of yoga and Ayurveda. Then you can further understand the principles of Ayurveda and yoga. Next step is then how you control your breathing, your prana movement in your body. And it is a saying in Ayurveda and yoga, if you can control your breath, you can control everything in your life. Because everything depends on how you breathe.
And I know that there's a lot of focus on, at least on diet in Ayurveda. And again, as someone who doesn't have a lot of experience with it, it can seem a bit hard to digest, so to say, and hard to approach.
See,
maybe.
yeah, this is a very good question. Actually, people think Ayurveda is all about non-tasty food or boiled food and will be put on fasting, starvation, but it's not like that. Ayurveda is very individualized science. It talks about particular individual, what is the need of that individual, like, and also it depends on which geographical area you are in. If you are in Germany, you are in France, you are in America, I will not suggest you to have chapati whole day, have khichdi, the Indian diet. I will suggest you something which is good for you in that particular geographical area, which is totally available for you, and also that will be tasty for you, and it will suit your dosha, your body type, your mind and your constitution, and then you will feel healthy physically as well as mentally.
Okay.
Yes.
It's all like up to the each individual.
Yes, you are what you eat. That's what we say.
We say that.
Yes, yes.
So to conclude what you just said, Ayurveda is complementary to yoga in the sense that one can't go without the other. So in order to be on the yogic path and fully experience that and embrace that, you need a healthy life as prescribed by the Ayurvedic science. And in order to have an Ayurvedic life, you also need to marry that with the practices of yoga. So like those two go in union, so to say. And I guess Ayurveda, like in essence, is all about the holistic body and understanding that in order to function as a human being, we need to fully embrace our body, mind, and soul as one. And then understand that, again, one can't function without the other. So if our mind is in balance, our body will be out of balance.
Yeah.
So, and to a certain extent, that also means that we embrace modern science as a part of it, because
Modern science is always modern science is also a small part of Ayurveda and ancient philosophy, because it evolved out of philosophy.
Okay.
So we do not need to neglect that. We have to adapt that also.
Okay.
Yes.
And in order to like adopt the Ayurvedic lifestyle, there are some basic fundamental rules that everyone needs to understand and abide by. But at the same time, there's also a very individualistic aspect of it that is tailored to like my specific needs and where I am in my life, but also where I am geographically. So it's sort of okay. That's it. Well, thank you so much for explaining. I know that it's a large topic and we've only just scratched the surface, but it was very insightful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.